Hey y'all, beautiful people! It is the Goddess AC and the place to be. Come vibe with me. And as you can see, we are back in the studio. We back in the studio. And I would just want to start off by saying, I hope y'all are having a wonderful first week of this wonderful month. August is just a wonderful month because we are getting out of the summer slowly but surely, and I'm so excited, baby. I'm so excited. But I hope y'all are seriously having an awesome first week of this awesome month. And also, I just wanted to let y'all know that your girl will no longer be posting the remainder of the 75 Hard Challenge on this channel. I have started a new channel. It's called AC Full Body. The link will be in the description bar, so you can just go ahead and click the link and go ahead and subscribe. I will be finishing up the 75 Hard Challenge over there, as well as doing my yoga flows over there and kind of telling y'all like where you should feel the stretch in your body over there, as well as just health and wellness will go over there. Anything health and wellness is gonna go right over there. I am gonna continue to post like some positive messages and stuff over here. However, this is actually going to eventually become a podcast channel. When that's gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? Only God knows. You know, when it's put in me, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I do have one topic that I already know I want to talk about off the gate, and that's the woman who is a housewives on Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Her name is Mary, and how she running a cult over there. We gonna talk about it. But not in this video. Okay. So this video I wanted to share with y'all one of the cards that I had pulled for myself 2 days ago, and how, you know, just talk to y'all about, you know, what it means to me, what I had to do, how I had to, you know, accept something, and well, not accept it because I had already accepted it at the beginning of the year, but how I had to realize that I didn't forgive myself for, you know, what I had done. So let me show you the card first before we get into the juiciness. And this card comes from the Mindful Messages Oracle deck. I guess you can call it an Oracle deck. It's just a Mindful Message deck to me. But it says, loving space. I can't learn other people's lessons for them. They must get there themselves at their own time. I can simply hold a loving space for them as they go through their journey. And for me, I'm getting a little personal. I try not to talk about my siblings too much, but we don't talk about this because, yeah, like I said, we're getting a little personal. With one of my siblings, I realized that I was financially putting myself in a hole because I was financially supporting this one sibling, just in the effort to help them get out of their depression and so on and so forth, whatever. And I had stopped in January of this year, and because I had seen it, and I had seen it literally last year, and I just didn't do nothing about it. You know, I was like, and then I put myself in a financial bind and realized it, and I was like, okay, so I have to officially stop, you know, and let it go. Sometimes you gotta let it go. Looks like another little TKO, even though that's not the case. But yeah, I had to let it go, stop financially assisting this person, and really just have my hands up like this. Like, I can't help. I cannot assist this person until they are ready. When they are ready, they know that they can come to me. They know, you know what I'm saying, I'll embrace them with open arms and help them through whatever it is they need to, you know, need assistance with, as far as spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Financially, we're not doing that anymore. And knowing that I can't overextend myself to my siblings, because to a certain extent, that was where I needed to release, and like I said, learn to just have be the loving space for them, and not, you know, co-parent, because that's what it felt like. Like, I'm mother number two. You know what I'm saying? I had to let that go. And I had to recently forgive myself for allowing myself to be the second mother, knowing good well I ain't got no kids. I don't want no kids. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the main thing really just forgiving myself, accepting it, and forgiving myself for it, and you know, just watching my siblings do their thing, all of them just do their thing. You know what I'm saying? And know that, you know, their journey is their journey. You know, and like I said, well, I don't think I've said it, but I am the oldest sibling. Even on both sides, on my dad's side, I am the oldest girl. But on my mom's side, I'm the oldest sibling overall. So it's natural in me to just kind of like want to assist my siblings. And I had to realize at the beginning of this year, no, you can't do to them what you just learned the lesson with friends and all this other stuff. So why do you think that it's any different with your siblings? Hands up, their journey is their journey. Your job is just to be there and hold a loving space for them. So I had to forgive myself, because one thing I've learned is whenever I was overstepping my bounds spiritually and involving and investing in other people's journeys and kind of pushing them, trying to push them to do this, push them to do that, I would always run into delays in my own personal life. Prime example, I told y'all about the story where I was a bad friend to Fruit and Blossom. No, Fruit and Bubbles. Listen, it was one of the Powerpuff Girls. Anyway, where I was a bad friend to Fruit and Bubbles, and how I was like carrying a bone here and there just to try and push them to, hey, love yourself. Had I had taken that advice, matter of fact, had I had not been that way and been who I am today, and just know, hey, y'all come to me because I'm a safe space, y'all venting to me, okay, I'm gonna take it straight to the source, and I'm gonna stay focused on my shit, I wouldn't have been in that 7-year relationship with Davy Jones, because I would have snapped the fuck out of it. Okay, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a bang, you know. And like I said, that was something I had to fully understand, accept, and forgive myself for doing that, for, you know, overstepping my bounds on other people's journeys, and not just being the loving space for them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with my siblings now, this year, that's what I've been practicing with them, just being the loving space for them, and not getting into that mother number two mode and feeling like, oh no, you need to do this, like, nah, I'm not there anymore. It's literally like they talk to me about what they talk to me about, and I just am like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? If it's a problem, take it to source. If it's just them talking just to talk, I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. You ain't asked for no help. You ain't asked for no assistance, so I ain't giving you your shit. And even before I give, now I've learned to go to source first. Like, is it something that I need to do? Is it something that I should do? If God says no, guess what? It's a no for me, dog. Because I'm not going to continue to delay my shit for other motherfuckers. You feel me? You feels me? And yeah, that's just what I wanted to come up here and share with my peoples, because it is very important to stay focused on your goals, your journey, your life. Okay, you can't make nobody love themselves. You can't make nobody want to do better for themselves. You can't make nobody be disciplined and motivate. You can't do it. All you can do is live your authentic life, and trust that, hey, prayer works. I'll be real, prayer works, man. And even with, I just want to share something else, because I think it was early this summer. I don't really remember what time of frame it was this summer, because I don't care as much as other people do about other people's business. But it was a TikToker who was apparently a spiritual medium, and she decided to go back to Christianity or whatever the case may be. And I just want to start off by saying Christianity did not work for me. It never resonated with me. All of the years that I was a Christian, I was forcing myself to believe and forcing myself to have faith in something that did not naturally come to me, did not resonate with me for a lot of fucking reasons. And if you want to know, go ahead and comment down below and I will make a video and explain to y'all why Christianity didn't work for me, okay? I'll break it down all the way down to the common denominator. Like, I have no problem. But at the same time, I don't judge or look at Christians away for believing what they believe. You know what I'm saying? It is your life, your journey. We're all spiritual beings here having a human experience. And if that is the experience you choose to have, baby, go ahead. If it works for you, baby, go ahead. It didn't work for me. It did not work for me. It didn't resonate with me. So, with that being said, I never understood why it was so many people that were doing think pieces on her life, because for me it was just like, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, then shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And even as me, like, I understood, you know, going back to that comfort zone, you know what I'm saying, and just being comfortable with Christianity and just being like, okay, this is where I'm going to stay, this is where I'm going to stay, because spirituality can be a little hard. Because like I said, I had to forgive myself for something that I was doing with a sibling last year. You know what I'm saying? It's all about accepting what you've done, healing that shit, feeling that shit, and healing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they don't want to continue to go up the spiral. They want to stay in the cycle, and that's fine. That is their choice to go back to something, even if she's going back and she thrives in that arena. It's none of my business. First of all, I didn't follow her in the first place. Secondly, like, it's nobody's business. You know, I heard a lot of people saying that, oh, well, does that mean that what she was doing was real? Da, 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 da. No, it does mean that the readings that she was providing, the service that she was providing was real. However, it probably got too real for her. And she was like, I can't keep doing this. I don't have it in me to do it. And some people, they just don't. Even in the Bible, it says, few are chosen. Few are called. Many are something like that. I don't remember, because like I said, I've deconstructed that shit out of my brain cells. So I don't really know verse for verse and what it says. But you know what I'm saying? Not everyone is meant for this journey. And that's okay. Not everyone is here to learn how to love themselves. Everyone has a different life path number. Everyone has a different birth chart. You know what I'm saying? When we get into the astrology of the shit, when you get into the numbers and all the other stuff, like, everyone is here to experience a different part of this journey. So her tapping her little toes in it for a couple of years and going back, that's her business. That's her business. That going right back to this love and space. Love and space. Okay? Like, it ain't nobody's business. It is what it is. Because, like I said before, even with my siblings, I'm on a self-love journey. I don't need to be, you know, in a relationship to feel like I'm complete, because I feel like I'm complete as I am. That does not mean that my friends, my siblings won't feel like, oh, I gotta have a partner, because if I don't have a partner, I'm not complete. I can sit up here and explain, hey, baby, you got male and you got female and masculine energy within you. Feminine and masculine energy within you. Technically, you are complete. You just gotta do the work. I could break it down all day long, but if it don't resonate with them, it don't resonate with them, because they might have a different life path number than I do. They might have different things in their chart than what I do. I know for a fact that I am a person that can be alone and stand alone, and I've been this way my whole life. So going on the journey of loving myself and my spiritual journey and all of this other stuff, at first I was at a place where I was like, I want to carry this person, I want to carry this person, I want everybody to go with me, because a part of me was tired of being alone. And then I realized, as I was trying to force friends and siblings to get on the journey with me, I was like, you know what, this feels uncomfortable. Y'all are irritating the fuck out of me. I'd rather do this shit by my fucking self. And that's what I did. I just continued to strive and thrive by my fucking self. Because I knew within myself, I had that faith over fear within myself that the right people would become, I would come in contact with. I would connect with when the time was right. As I told y'all. You know what I'm saying? I have my best friend who, chef's kiss, baby. Chef's kiss. I knew that had I had met her 2 years ago, we might not have been able to be as close as we are today because of who I was. You know what I'm saying? And no telling who she was. You know what I'm saying? But everything happens in divine timing. And if you have faith over fear, you don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, for me, Christianity didn't work for me because Christianity was like one of those religions where it was kind of like Jehovah's Witness and stuff like that. How they go knocking at your door and try and get you to come to their temple and stuff like that. It kind of gave the same vibe as far as if your family ain't a Christian, they going to hell. You get fearful. You don't want your family to go to hell or anything like that. So you try to convince them that this is the path for them. This is how they gotta be. And it's not. It's simply fucking not. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no heaven or hell to put me in, partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, the preacher that's sitting up there preaching that message is up here fucking with a pedophile. Is a pedophile because they fucking with a kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I ain't trying to be funny, but I don't know why we trying to sit up here and act like these pastors are holier than thou and they have the right to even tell somebody that they going to hell or not. Pastor Mary, if you know, you know. And if you don't know, don't worry about it. I'm going to talk about Pastor Mary now. I'm going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Okay? So, yeah. I just wanted to share that little bit of tidbit of information with y'all, let y'all know what I had to go through. And like I said, a lot of people are not willing to face themselves on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. They're just not willing to do the work, and it's okay. It's no judgment on my end. Personally, none on my end. It's just like, whatever, it's not for you. I hope you find what works for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to talk and push, and not push, but I'm always going to talk and promote self-love because I know that's what worked for me. Just like I know yoga works for me. I know lifting weights works for me. I know cardio works for me. Pouring into my body works for me. The way I eat, you know what I'm saying? Taking care of my body, that works for me. I know what the fuck works for me. Okay? And that's what life is about. Figuring out what works for you and doing that shit. Not pushing it on nobody else or trying to, whatever. Because like I said, the people who fuck with me, they fuck with me. The people who don't, they don't. It is what it is, baby. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? I hope you find somebody that, you rock with. You know what I'm saying? That's uplifting to you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they be like, oh, you spiritual and you cuss. Yes, I cuss like a motherfucking sailor. Okay? You don't like that? Go ahead and keep going, baby. I'm not the person for you. You know what I'm saying? I can be blunt as fuck. I'm a Taurus. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's all about you understanding that you're a spiritual being here to have a human experience. And whatever you choose to experience, whatever feels right and resonates with you, do that shit. And do it to the fullest. With no shame, no fear, no guilt. Get rid of all of that. Get rid of all of that low vibrational shit. And do your shit. Okay? Alright. Now, y'all go ahead and like this video. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to push y'all to do it, but do it. Goddamn. But go ahead and like this video. And if you have any questions for me, like I said, if you want me to talk about why Christianity didn't work for me, or just anything that you are interested in me talking about on the spiritual tip, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will get with it, okay? Or if it's something that you would love for me to talk about that, on my podcast that is coming up, go ahead and leave that comment down below and I will get with it, okay? Because I'm definitely going to be talking about wrestling. I'm talking about wrestling and why I'm walking away completely from the WWE. Okay, I slammed the motherfucking door on the WWE and I'm going to talk about why. Okay, why? Because I feel like everybody else is. Everybody else up here watching the shit and complaining about the shit. I'm walking away from the shit and I'm going to tell you why I'm walking the fuck away. Alright? Alright. Anyway, until next time. Later, Gators.